Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today, as promised, we're going to talk about my B-Bender Telecaster. So this here is a 2005 or 6, I believe. It is a 2005 B-Bender Telecaster. This well, actually, I was going to say the logo is more like a 60s logo, but I did put the accurate serial number back on the neck. This neck is a Warmoth neck with a big baseball bat, type of like a V, a boat neck, I believe they call it. Stainless steel frets. So this is all new. Originally, this came with a maple, real thin neck that I wasn't crazy about and didn't like it. And I also like these tuners better, the vintage style tuners. Pickups I have is a DiMarzio Area T, DiMarzio Area T Bridge, Area 58, and I put these big knobs on here, like the real, heavy knurl to them, whatever you call that. I also believe I have a treble bleed. I have treble bleeds on almost all my guitars, so when I turn down, I'm not losing those highs and changing the tone of the instrument. Other than that, the pickguard, I put a regular standard white pickguard on, parchment, as opposed to the perloid that it comes with. I hate perloid and turquoise, just a preference thing. So, basically, these two guys made these, the original B-Bender, and the original B-Bender is called the Parsons White, and it's built into the guitar. Years later, Gene Parsons and Meridian Green redesigned it to be put into the guitar, so it can just be put in as one big, as you can see, this metal plate. That's the whole system, so you just carve the guitar out, and this is called the Parsons Green Bender. Works by pulling down on the strap, so if you take a B and you bend it. And I got a noisy spring, so I gotta oil that up. So you go from, and you can adjust how much you want it to go sharp with this wheel. So you can tune it. You can make it go a half step, a whole step, or a minor third. I like it as a whole step because you could do, the country thing. You can do the country thing. So that's a B-Bender. Jimmy Page used it on All My Love, as I showed you in the beginning, which I'll show you what he did. He just basically does 2 licks over and over. The rest, it's just, it's almost, you could use a standard guitar. We could do a standard guitar on the whole thing, but he used the B-Bender. Live, you can find clips of him doing, he does 10 Years Gone live on a B-Bender as well. So, let me just show you real quick what he was doing in that song. So in the beginning, that's how he comes into the song. And then it's A minor shape here to a G. And now on the D minor, he takes the F. Sometimes he does it twice, sometimes he just does once, and then sometimes he'll just hold it. And then on the second time he goes to those shapes of chords, and now it's the fill. And he basically bounces between 2 or 3 fills. Basically 2 that becomes, so the first one is, so it's like, and then later he does more like, yeah. And then the second type of one he does is on a D shape, like a D sus2, and he goes, where he's playing the third string, second string, bending it, then playing the first string, which is the same note, and then back down. And that's basically the shapes throughout the whole song. If you want me to show you the rest, it's just basically the chorus. He's like... And he just does that twice. And then there's a little solo section where he's not playing this part. He just comes in. Then he does these. And then the second time is like an altered version of that. He goes, he comes in early on it, so he's like, well, these riffs are different. What's this one? It does like somewhere, I can't even remember how that, because I play it so different now. We play it live, and then it's and then here when he gets to this note, he goes, he does that one twice, maybe 3 times. And then the whole keyboard part does the, and then there's like a nylon solo at the end. But then the rest of the guitar is just... And then the rest of the thing is just on... the electric just plays the... And then it goes up a whole step at the very end. And that's how to play that whole song. But really, this wasn't about that song. It's more about... this is the B-bender guitar, which, like I said, a lot of people don't get really to see. So this is a Glendale bridge. I wanted more of the ashtray style bridge. And you can see this right here is where the second string comes to the back and gets pulled into this pulley system that's here. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. There's like things you may not think of, like so. And because of it, and when I started playing the B-bender, I started learning other country licks without it. Because you learn like this, like if I put a note on the G and the C sharp, I can go... And that's like one of the first B-bender licks that I learned was... what's it? There's another... So it's there. So it's like... So you can do that, but you can also do it without the bender if you wanted just to go... So there's that type of thing. There's also like... you know, you could do, which is more like ethereal type of sounding stuff. And basically that's how a B-bender works. I mean, it's not a steel guitar player's favorite friend because you're basically you're taking that person's sound, but if you're playing in a band and you don't have a steel player, it's a nice little thing to use. You know, Jimmy Page found it good. You know, you could hear it in like in a lot of like what is that? I like the way sparkling earrings, and you can actually hear it in the solo when he's like. Well, I'm trying to remember how that solo even goes. I used to play it on a... Oh, yeah, it's... what is that? Okay, so it's I'm trying to remember because we don't play that song. I just used to know that he used to be Bender on it, but I'm trying to work my way through it. But anyways, you kind of get it. So it's used on a lot of the Eagles stuff. It's used on All My Love. You can hear it on a lot of country records. Steve Wariner uses it a lot. Marty Stewart uses it a lot. It's a great tool. I think Marty Stewart actually owns Clarence White's old B-Bender. I'm not sure if it's the original one, but it might be one of the originals. But it's Sunburst, so it's probably it's probably the original. It's a very cool guitar. But yeah, it's called a B-Bender. And they're very fun to play with. You know, it's another tool, especially if you're doing like stuff where it's sonically you want to do like, you know, like these you know, it's very Robin Guthrie, Cocteau Twins-ish. They're fun guitars to play. I wanted to show it to you. Yeah. I love the, I'm looking at the screen because I love the way the logo came out. It's like a 68 Fender Telecaster logo that I had put on it, and I put the original serial number that this guitar has. But yeah, it's just got a big beefy neck, and I'm a big Tele fan. But as you can see, I like the Strat pickup in the middle because I really like, you know, that sound. You know, just like some of the things you. What was that one I used to do? What is it? I love that rolling D. On the D chord, it's this coming down to an A. I got that from, I think it was a Steve Travato lesson I happened to see somewhere. I used to see Steve around the NAMM show, and I watched him play. He was doing a country thing one time, and I ended up watching him play and went home and looked up this thing and pulled out this. Because I got into a lot of the Cascade licks when, like, this is a G major scale. And I use a lot, like, in if I do like that type of thing. So let me show you this Cascade lick while I have you here. It's a G major scale, that's all it is. And you play it like a rolling banjo going down. So you're playing the G on the second string of the 8th fret, and then you're playing the F sharp on the 3rd string of the 11th fret. So you got, and then the open E string. So again, it's, and then you do the same thing a half step down. You go D, C, B. So you got, and you end this shape with hitting the A on the 4th string and the open G. So it's, and then we finish off the whole scale with 9/7 on the 5th string, open 4, and then 8-7 on the 6, open 5, and then the G. So it's slowly. It's a really cool thing. The D one I'll show you as well. So the D, although I turned it into one of my signatures, it's the so we play. It's like, you know, the shape D, this D chord, and you're gonna roll it. So it's like you play high A on the E string, F sharp, and then open E string. So it's, and then you go to your third string on the where the D is on the 7th fret. So it's, now you're gonna go. That's the first part. Second part is you keep your fingers there, and now you're gonna go 2 3, open 2, and then you're rolling your finger over. So it's like this. So we go opens 2, and then 7th fret of the D string. So it's, and now again we do the same thing. So it's slowly. Quickly. So when you go to the D, then the E, think D again. And that's it. I wanted to do a short one today for you. That's the B Bender guitar. See if your local store has one if you want to try one. They're a lot of fun to play. My whole thing is if you don't have a Tele and you're looking to get a Tele, but you're also into playing experimental stuff and you want to try something new, go find yourself a B Bender Tele. You can find them pretty inexpensive used. They were making a lot for a while. I don't even know if they still make them. But like I said, you can do like a lot of experimenting and a lot of really fun stuff with them. And anything to, again, you know, it's part of that whole thing of it's foreign to you, so you'll probably end up coming up with something really cool because you're listening more than you are playing the technical, you know. But, you know, you can do... You know, you can do, like I said, you can do like a lot... Like I said, lots of fun stuff. Anyways, have a great day. I gotta go eat something. I am starving. That's the Boston way to say it. Starving like Marvin. All right, anyways, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. Hope you have a great day. Very good.